When pain goes beyond 6 months, for the majority of people, 85 to 90%, the issue is actually in the brain. There's nothing wrong with the body. It's a hard thing for most people to swallow, especially if you've been through a lot and you've tried a lot of different things. So I heard that, I read that, and I was like, that is nonsense. 99.9% skeptical, but there was a little bit of me that was like, this doctor's talking about people who go through really difficult life experiences are predisposed to developing chronic pain. We have this thing called the nervous system. It connects brain, body, all in between. 52 miles of nerves run in each of us. Incredible complexity in the nervous system. The nervous system is basically in charge of regulating 30 different organ systems, from our breathing, our heart rate, digestive. It reacts and responds to our fight or flight states. When you're in a constant state of threat or hypervigilance, your nervous system actually gets heightened, it gets hypersensitive. I went through a lot of this stuff when I was younger. I was in this kind of constant state of threat, and so my nervous system now has this pattern so that next time I'm in that state, it quickly jumps back up to that heightened state. It's a form of trauma. Brain-created pain. Very real, but the region of the brain that takes over, those pathways become learned, and it keeps firing those pathways.
But wires together, right?
Exactly. And it gets stronger and it gets faster. And then the pain itself is also a trauma. When people are in pain, you're always thinking about it. You're always worried about it. I was trying some basic meditations, some basic body scanning. This is one of the practices that you should try if you think you have what we call neuroplastic pain. I was lying down in meditation because I couldn't sit up for more than a few minutes. A body scan is nothing special. I was listening to a guided audio. I'd been doing this for a few weeks. I was scanning my body. As always, there was this pain in my lower back. And then when I got to that spot in my lower back, the pain shifted. It moved to my shoulder while I was looking at it. And I was like, I read about this. This is a really good sign that the pain is actually a neuroplastic, it's brain created. So the brain is actually switching the pathway. And there's some really good science around why that happens. I'm onto something here. After a long journey, started to find some recovery from these symptoms. And so that's where Menda Health was born a few years later. 2 studies were published on this brain-first treatment called pain reprocessing therapy. It took a group of 151 patients with 10 years of back pain. After 4 weeks, 2/3 were pain-free, just seeing a therapist who's trained in this. And the pain didn't come back after a year with no intervention in between. So 66% of people walking out pain-free, just seeing a therapist, no drugs, no side effects. This is incredible stuff. And this is a randomized controlled trial that was published.